Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome to the Handmade Bookmakery. I'm here with a little collage with me video. Um, I recorded this a couple of weeks ago after a sleepless night, and I'd come downstairs in the small hours when I couldn't sleep, and I'd been playing around with just some papers and sorting papers out, and as I'd done so, I started to pull out some things that I like the look of together. I was playing with these grey and blue tones, and I came down the next morning, and there I was with a lovely pile of things ready to start work. And I really like that when I've got something that's ready to go on my desk in the morning. Um, yeah, sleep's been a bit elusive over the last few weeks, and you get to the point where you just can't lie there trying to go to sleep anymore. Um, so, yeah, coming downstairs and having a little play with papers, or just carrying on with something that's on my desk for a little bit of time can sometimes be a real help. So I've got my distress ink out in pumice stone, and I'm reaching over there to find my inking tool, I think, yes. And I'm just going to ink up a few of these pieces. To ink or not to ink. I used to ink everything. Now I ink some things and not others. Sometimes it's a clear reason why. For example, with this scrap here, it's got a very white edge where it's been torn. So I'm just doing, covering that with a little bit of grey ink just to make it blend and to also frame the piece and make it stand out. I want to make it blend and stand out at the same time, which makes no sense whatsoever. So make of that what you will. So what else have I got there? I've got a bit of a copy of some ledger paper. I've got a copy of a vintage end paper, which is the grey and white with the diamond pattern on the right hand side. There's a bit of the paper underneath that has been stained with berry tea, sort of mixed berry tea, and on fabric it makes a very sort of purplish pink colour, and on paper it dries to this greyish purple. It's very strange how it behaves differently on the two different materials. I don't know why that is, maybe somebody else does. So I'm grabbing a bit of paper to glue on, although you'll see later that I completely forget about that and end up getting glue all over my spread at one point. Yes, I kind of get carried away sometimes and forget what I'm doing. So I've got my trusty Yoo-Hoo glue stick, which I do swear by. I buy them in boxes of 12 from Amazon, and that works out very reasonable. I find them really effective. I find that they stick so many things well, and if you don't want wet glue seeping through, sometimes they're your best bet. I use them to stick fabric to paper quite a lot, and I find that they work really, really well, and they're actually easier to use than a lot of wet glues, and you don't get anything coming through onto the front side of your fabric. So I'm going to glue down those base pieces so that I can see a little bit more clearly what's going on. And then I've got some neutral scraps, some bit of text from, I don't know, that's possibly from an encyclopedia, a little bit of old music paper, and that's got some of them have got punched holes on them from where I just put them onto a binder ring, so that I can sort through scraps easily. Right, I've sped this up now, otherwise we're going to be here forever watching me glue things down very, very slowly. And I'm sure you don't want to sit here forever. So I've got these neutral pieces and they are going down now. I'd had quite a good think about this in the night, and I think sometimes playing with an idea for a piece and then going away from it and coming back to it, somehow that I find that really helpful, and it allows me to sort of work more freely and really quickly when I come back to it often, because I've left the sort of the some of the decisions to sort of distill for a bit, and then it all runs very, very smoothly when I come back to it. I'm working in just a school exercise book, a stapled book, which I've just I took the staples out, covered the cover as it were, and then rebound it just with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Um, I made this. I made the glue book up because I wanted somewhere where I could just work really freely without feeling that it was a precious journal that I was going to create, where I could just stick and enjoy myself without having to overthink things, or worry about, anything really, just to collage and to create art in a way where I'm really in the process, and I'm focusing on the process and not really thinking about the product or the outcome beyond, do I like how that looks or do I not like how that looks? And it's taken me a long time to get there. It's something I've been working on for a long time, that I know I need to create in order to feel well, and it's a joyful thing for me. It's my happy place. It's the place where my anxieties float away, and I lose myself in the process. So I don't want it to be stressful. I want it to be free. I want it to be joyful. And I don't want to be worrying about what anyone else thinks of it, because if I've enjoyed the process, that's the most important thing. If I like what I've done, that's even better. But even if I don't, it doesn't matter, because it was about doing it, not about the outcome. So I've got some patterned sort of decorative pieces of paper here now, which are from some images in the public domain. They're on Flickr in the biodiversity library, and they're Art Nouveau kind of decorative pieces, and I've just downloaded and printed those without altering them at all from what's there available already. So I haven't digitally enhanced them in any way. I've put them onto colour printer paper, not just basic printer paper, and I'm trying to create. I've got a lot of vertical going on, and I am trying to sort of add contrast and horizontal things, but I keep preferring the way they look vertically, if that makes any sense. And I'm trying to work out where I'd like to put that flower, where that will sit best. It's quite a muted spread, which is not unusual for me. I like the muted colours. I like sort of greyed out, browned out tones of things. I like autumnal colours rather than primary colours. So something that's a little bit dirtier, grungier. I'm not sure of the right word. So yeah, I wanted that flower to be seen, and stand out just a little bit against everything else. So it needed a bit of clear space to stick in. So yeah, these last bits are going down now. That is a bit of a vintage map of Cambridge, I think it is. Again, found in the public domain and printed out. Another strip of that same ledger paper from the left-hand side of the spread going down there. And you'll see in a minute I'm about to get glue all over my page. And it doesn't matter, but look, I've totally given up on the idea of using a glue book or a sheet of paper that I have sitting right by my side. And I'm so busy trying to collage and just getting things stuck down in the flow of it that I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing, which is kind of a good thing. It's kind of the point of the exercise, really, is that I'm just in that process. It is good to not put glue all over your spread though, I think. So here comes that flower now. It's going to go there. I think I'm just going to take a little bit off its stem, and then that's going to sit there. So if you're still here, thank you ever so much for watching. I really do appreciate the views. I'm here just to share my art and my process, and yeah, I really appreciate you saying and watching. If you've liked the video, do leave me a like, or pop a comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. I don't know whether I'm going to keep to a regular schedule of videos, but I'm hoping to be here once or twice a week if I can. So I'm just looking for some stamps now to finish off this spread. I do love my stamps. That is a British one. It's one I've just found. I'm on the green stamp page, but I've got a couple of more neutral ones in there. Greyish ones towards the bottom of the page. And I'm having a look at that's the random stamp page you can see there. I spent a very happy evening putting them all into, not all of them, but some of my stamps into this colour order. And I really love having them like that. It's one of my most satisfying things, is looking at my stamps, and I'm using them as well, so that's another joy, is that having them all like that makes me want to use them. So yeah, I'm auditioning a couple of different ones, trying to decide what looks best. Thinking I might go for something diagonal after everything else is straight up and down. Changed my mind and found that one there. And here we go. I think this is how they end up. Yeah, they're going down. So I hope you're well. Please stay safe out there in these strange times, and I will see you in the next video. I'll leave you with a couple of slightly dodgy close-up shots of the spread once the last stamp is stuck down, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.